from Southern West Virginia, and I am so honored and so excited to be on here tonight. I have been thriving since June of 2020, very happily with Classic. I never thought that I needed anything different. I never thought that I wanted anything different. I was quite pleased. And so on Classic, I had amazing results. I had all of this energy. And when I first started, I had lost the 15 pounds that the lovely quarantine put on my body. And so I had been very, very happy with that. When Elite came out, let me tell you, so even though I didn't know that I needed anything else, this is one thing that I've noticed in the past 2.5 years. Everything that I've tried, I've loved. And so I have found that whenever our company comes out with a product, even still, I would have moments to be like, okay, they say it's going to be amazing, but I've got to try it for myself. They say that this is going to be special, but I've got to try it for myself. And every single time I have felt so pleased with what I've got, and Elite has been no different. And so I was, along with so many of you, in the queue, like trying to get into order on, I think it was December 8th, and couldn't get it. And I was like, I'm not going to get it. And I did. And I actually got my Thrive Elite delivered quite early, right after Christmas. But I was committed that I had to do a detox because Mama likes her sugar cookies. And so I actually did my detox immediately after Christmas. And then I started Elite right at New Year's. And so a day or two after New Year's. So my first day experience, when I took it, I was like, oh, I don't have the same jumper cable energy that I had with Classic. Wasn't in a bad way. I just noticed it. And what I then noticed was that when my energy got up to this good point, it stayed there. I didn't need an activate. I felt good all day, day one, and I had continued my detox diet, which I think was great. So I felt good. Day 2 was the same, but day 3, I actually messaged Brittany Plunkett, who's on this call, and I was like, I could run 3 miles, not out of a big burst of energy, but out of this amazing, clear, feel good energy that I mean, it was like being a new thriver again, which was so exciting after having been on for, 2.5 years. So day 3 was absolutely amazing. I was so excited, but my biggest takeaway, even on day 3, was this mental clarity. I was very calmly getting my things done one at a time and not starting them sporadically, but finishing them. And it felt amazing for me. I was so excited. My husband says thank you to Jason for that. And so I am at about a week of doing my Elite. I am down 5 pounds, and I cannot say enough wonderful things about it. And so excited that tonight it's going to be available to so many more people. So up next, we have Q.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kadria. Everyone calls me Q. And my story is very different with Elite. And I'll start out by saying I was a day 1 thriver with the original Thrive. I was a day 1 thriver. And I always say it's amazing. I'm blessed to be a day 1 thriver because I was never consistent with anything before Thrive. But with Elite, my experience was very, very different. I did receive it. I was one of the early ones that received it as well. We received it in the middle of the day, and I was so excited. I didn't even wait. I ripped open the package and I took it day 1. Middle of the day, I was like, I'm so excited. And I did. I took it and I could feel something happening, but I couldn't feel quite what it was. The next morning when I took it, again, like Kelly said, it wasn't really that jumper cable feeling. I felt something happening. I felt awake and alert, but I couldn't really understand what was going on. Like I couldn't explain it. And Tommy started with me as well. And I was asking him, like, do you feel something? He's like, I feel something going on, but I don't know what. Well, as the day went on, I started to kind of feel like almost like a sinus head discomfort kind of coming on. And I was just like, even though I feel awake and I feel alert, I kind of feel like a headache coming on. And so day 3, I pushed through that one first full day. The second day, I did the same thing. I tried to push through. I felt the headache a little bit more, almost like a sinusy kind of a headache. So if you've ever had that kind of a sinus headache where you can feel it behind like your eye, I kind of felt that, but I still felt something happening. And so for me, I knew that something was working because I was the day one thriver, and I was so I was very confident that it was working. I just didn't know how it was working for me. So day 3, I just went ahead and decided to just rest my body. My husband was like, just listen to your body, and I rest. And I honestly, I slept all day. I slept all day that day. I woke up, I cooked dinner, and I slept all day. I kept drinking water because I was just so confident. You know, I was getting messages from some of my customers and they were so wowed by it, but I was just feeling the exact opposite. So I slept all day that day. I slept all night. And the next morning I woke up again, took those capsules. And again, it was like an alert feeling. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up and get in the shower. So I got up. I got in the shower. I no longer felt any head discomfort. I threw on some workout clothes. I got the kids off to school, and Tommy and I were out walking at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, this is what I needed. Like, I needed to get out and get some air. And ever since then, I have felt amazing. Again, it's not an energy for me. It's more like I'm focused, I'm getting things done, which, like Kelly said, is perfect for the beginning of the year because I am a squirrel. I am usually all over the place. And the one thing, my husband and I, we were talking New Year's Eve, and he was like, well, what do you want from me? He asked me what I wanted from him in the new year. And I told him, I said, what do you want from me? He said, I just want you to complete tasks. And I was like, okay, I will do that. I will start something and finish it. And honestly, since I have been feeling so good on this product, I've been completing tasks. I also noticed for me, I'm a snacker. The appetite suppressant has been amazing for me. I am not only eating, I'm not a junky food eater, but the day I had the headache and I didn't cook, I ordered pizza. I couldn't eat the pizza. It was almost like it just turned me off. And so I've been eating cleaner, but not only that, like, I have to make myself eat. And I'm going to tell you guys out there, when you get started on this product, even if you're not hungry, grab a snack because it almost activates this product for you to keep going and have that sustained energy. I'm definitely feeling that midday release. It's like a euphoric feeling. It's like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's a really sense of just being happy and getting things done. I didn't think there would be anything else like the Thrive experience, but this right here, I'm just so confident. Like, I can't wait until March because I know that I'm going to have one of those afters and I'm going to win the Ultimate Thriver. So thank you, Jason, because I'll be on the stage at Thrive Palooza accepting the Ultimate Thriver Award. But that's pretty much my experience. It didn't start out, amazing, but I pushed through because I'm just so confident in these products. Like, I know what they do. And, drinking that water and pushing through that. Also, I'll also say I kind of I moved my DFT to my lower extremity. And I noticed that also helped with me pushing through when I was going through that. But ever since then, it's been amazing. Yes, game on. I see you in the comments. Ultimate Thriver, it's on, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Dennis so he can share his experience.
Thank you so much, Q. Hey, everybody. My name is Dennis. I'm a thriver out of Florida. I've been thriving now since May of 2017. I will tell you that since day one, I have been a day one skeptic. I hate to say that. I hate to admit it, but day one skeptic, I only ordered so my friend would shut up about it. And here I am now. That's almost 6 years later. Every product we've released in the last 6 years, I'm like, okay, well, they say it's going to be amazing. I got to try it. And without fail, every single one of them has been amazing. I had to stop taking the Thrive Skin Collagen because my hair was growing too fast. Like, that's how good things are, right? So Elite, same thing. I'm like, okay, well, I want to be one of the first. I got to pre-order it, all of that. Like, I think what Angel was saying, mine arrived New Year's Eve. So that was a sign from the Thrive gods, but it was like time to start New Year's Day, right? I almost this close. It was like 4 o'clock New Year's Eve. It showed up. Q, I almost did it. I almost did it too. I couldn't though. I waited till the next day. So day one, I had a little indigestion at first. The capsules had almost a different taste to them. It lasted, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. By the time I had my shake, it was gone. There was no big deal there. I didn't have any indigestion after that. I noticed that I had energy all day, but it wasn't like that how jumper cable energy. It was just a nice kind of sustained thing. And the other thing I noticed, I didn't snack, I didn't eat. I wasn't even really hungry until about 4:30 in the afternoon. So for me, especially coming off of like Christmas treats, and I have a confession. I'm a personal trainer who loves sugar. So I made the most of the Christmas holiday and the Christmas cookies and all the Christmas stuff. New Year's Day, I cut all of that out, no sugar. We still have peanut butter trees, you know, Reese's peanut butter trees in the fridge, and I haven't touched them in 9 days. That's huge. That's a huge testament to this. Day 4, same thing. Like the appetite control was on fire. I felt like I was on fire for those first 3 days. I was moist. I know a lot of people don't like that word, but I felt the thermogenesis of it heating on my body, heating up my metabolism to the point of the first like 3 days, the DFT didn't quite stick. The corners were flipping up a little bit. Day 4, that all passed. I felt great. The DFTs were sticking. Without getting too detailed, I felt my digestion was better and I felt lighter, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. And then now it's been 9 days. Today I did just a simple couple miles on the treadmill, but I ran on the treadmill, like not even jog. I ran. I hate running. I'm not a runner. I hate it. I'd rather lift weights all day long, but I ran and my stamina was great. I'm feeling stronger than I have ever. It's incredible. My sugar cravings are gone. Day 4, I had a little bit of a headache. I was a little bit cranky from the like 4 days of no sugar. Typically that would have lasted 2-3 days. My husband's very grateful that it only lasted 1 evening. So that's been my experience so far. I'm down probably about 3.5 pounds. And like everybody else, I'm not weighing consistently every day. I did weigh myself this morning just to have kind of a number in my head, but I'm more concerned with, you know, maintaining muscle and cutting body fat percentage. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But holy wow is what I have to say to Elite. Incredible. Kelsey, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tell us about your Elite experience.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelsey Mason. I'm an 80K leader from Butler, Missouri. And I'm just going to be honest, I was really nervous about Elite coming out because the classic 3 steps have really changed my life. My transformation is amazing. I've lost 76 pounds with the classic experience. So I was really nervous for the Elite to come out, but I know that Jason and Paul would never fail us. And boy, did they not fail us. The Elite is amazing. That day 1, the energy was just incredible. Holy cow. It wasn't like much of what everybody else was saying. It was that good, clean energy where I felt like, you know, I could do anything that day. And that was a really big thing for me because much like all of the rest of us on this panel, I am a squirrel myself. And so that mental clarity popping in there was really good. I've been able to complete the tasks that I needed to get done. Taxes are coming. So I needed to make sure that I was doing all of those things. And so I've been able to complete all those things. And the appetite control, holy cow. I have to remind myself to eat. And that is crazy. Like I was just not expecting that. I really wasn't. So I'm glad that we are having that. But let's talk about the time release. Wow. I feel like that second wind is like I took my capsules all over again from the morning, and it's awesome. And I'm on day 7 today, and I am down 4 pounds. I have not been consistent on weighing every day, much like everybody else, but I know the results from my customers and my team that are coming in. We are just having some mind-blowing results already just within the week. And I'm super excited to see more results for the Ultimate Thriver. I know I have a lot of customers that are doing the Ultimate Thriver, and I know that the transformations are just going to be amazing. And Jason and Paul, thank you so much. This is awesome. This experience has been amazing so far, and I cannot wait to see the transformations come March for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Brittany.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. I was so excited whenever Liz asked if we would be on this panel. I was not technically a day 1 thriver when I started my classic experience. I started Thrive because I just wanted to feel better. I didn't want to lose weight. I wasn't concerned with that. Wasn't looking for weight loss when I started Classic in March of 2019. And on day 3, then I was like, oh, this is working. Like, I can tell, like, I just feel different. So I was, like so many said, I was kind of nervous, like, how do you make this better? And so over the last year, my goal was to gain muscle and lose body fat. Well, I gained muscle and I gained body fat. So that was an adjustment for me. Learning how to eat properly whenever you're gaining muscle was a mind battle for me. So I was really excited whenever we started talking elite, and I was like, okay, I can relax on the whole, like, focusing on the scale, and I can really build muscle and adjust my diet, because when elite lands, I'm going to be ready. And I'm going to have that muscle mass built up, and I'm going to be ready to lean out. And so I decided that I wasn't going to stress about it. Day 1, this came in the mail on the 30th. And so I'm day 11. And I woke up, took mine, and I, unlike everyone else, I feel mine within 5 minutes. My elite capsules hit me within 5 minutes, and that's a little bit sooner for me. And Jason really explained that everyone was going to have a different experience with these capsules. Everybody's would be a little different from what we had already heard. So I was like, okay, 5 minutes in, wow, okay. So I just feel so much more level all day long. I can feel the metabolism like boost throughout the day. And one of the things that I have always paid attention to is my rings on my watch and my calories that I'm burning throughout the day, doing the same things. I have not increased or changed my workouts at all, or I am seeing more calories burned, which is amazing for me. And I can really tell in the first 9 days, it's been like day 1 all over each and every day for me. Each and every day, I keep thinking, like, it's not going to be day 1 again. It's not going to be day 1 again. And I have a day 1 again. And so on day 9, which was Saturday, I had weighed in and I had lost 4.5 pounds. And you guys, I will tell you that yesterday I had to do a test, and I could not drink but 40 ounces of water. And I could tell so much different. I was limited to 40 ounces of fluid yesterday, and I was so frustrated. But this morning I woke up and I've done my 3 steps again, drink my water like my plan says, and I was back to all of the feelings of feeling hydrated and well focused, calm. And it was just, whenever Jason spoke of weight loss and elite and it being the 3 steps more advanced, I was very skeptical that it would be different, that it could be better than what we already had, and that I would be able to really utilize it in a way that I would see the difference now. And it's just blowing my mind every single day of the results that are coming in from our team and the changes that are happening in just these few days. So tonight when it launches, my phone's been blowing up. When are we going to be available? When are we going to be available? And I'm sure Liz and Jason are going to let us know exactly when we're going to be available in just a minute. So I could not be more grateful for being on here tonight and sharing this, but also being a part of this launch is a phenomenal opportunity. And thank you guys so very much. Liz, Jason.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for getting on and sharing your experiences. I hope everybody on the line, you guys heard a variety of experiences from different people, different body types, different goals, different levels of wellness, and what everybody's doing different things. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. But without further ado, let's get this call started. Jason's on the line, so I'm gonna mute myself and sit back and watch all of this excitement unfold.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I was having quite the time just listening to the stories and listening to everybody's experience. And I want to welcome everybody to the launch of Elite tonight. It's been a very exciting road to get here. And thank you for your time. If you're a college football fan, I'm well aware that the national championship is going on right now. So we'll keep it short and sweet for everybody. But it is a big evening for Lavelle. It's a big evening for the community of thrivers all across North America and worldwide. And elite, it's the word of 2023 for us. If you've been a thriver for any period of time, you know that the Thrive experience is arguably one of the greatest nutritional systems ever. And not just because we say it, but because the data and the documentation has spoke to that. And I won't go on and on about our accolades, but in 10 short years, we've created 10 million customers. We've sold right at almost $3 billion in Thrive experience orders and hundreds of millions in free products shipped. And the list just goes on and on and on. And for those of you that are kind of getting up to speed in terms of what is elite, the main thing that I want to do tonight is I want to launch the product. I want to give you the details of how it's going to work in the shopping cart, because this is a somewhat of a multi-phase rollout, and you'll understand what I mean by that here in a minute. And then we have an exciting promotion to roll out tonight that has to do with upgrade packages on the promoter side of the shopping cart with Elite. I think you're going to like what you hear on that. But before I go into the launch and before I go into some very meaningful tips that I want to deliver to you on best practices on how to have success with the Thrive Elite experience, you're going to want to hear these things. Before I go into those, I really want to go full circle back to where this started a month ago, where we pre-launched Elite. We sold millions. That's not singular, that's plural with an S. We sold millions of dollars of pre-orders within a 24-hour window. And I want to talk to you about what is Elite real quick. So you know what the Thrive three-step experience products already are, what's coined and phrased as the classic experience. The classic experience is not going anywhere. It's the grandfather. It's the staple of everything that we are. It is the foundation, actually, of the formula of Elite. But Elite is essentially two things. Elite, at the end of the day, comes down to two things. It's formula and it's a technology differential. So we re-engineered the formula with Elite to be more focused on and more mindful of weight loss, weight management, and losing inches, burning fat, boosting the metabolism, everything that factors in to looking good and feeling good in your bathing suit, in your skirt, naked in front of a mirror, however you want to judge yourself, so to speak, in terms of how you look from a physical perspective. Weight and weight loss is one of the most sought after elements out there in the nutritional world and in the industry of supplementation, and all these billions of dollars that are circulating every year from people trying to lose weight and buying various weight loss products over the internet. And so we took the already award-winning Thrive experience, we took that formula and we used it. We didn't take away, we used 100% of it to build upon it. So that's the biggest thing. So if you want to know, is Elite going to work? Well, anybody that's on the Zoom, just chat in the comment box how much weight you lost with Classic, because Elite is everything Classic is and was plus some. So that's the biggest thing you have to understand. We started with the foundation of Classic. And so when you look at what the formula is for Elite alone, it's Classic plus Elite combined. We could have made an award-winning product on just the Elite side of the formula alone. We could have made an award-winning billion-dollar product, a standalone product, but we didn't. We bolted that to arguably the world's most successful nutritional system. That's the Thrive experience. So that is the formula. It's Elite added on top of the formula for the Classic. So that's the first piece. The second piece is technology. We used different materials, different raw ingredients. We used different technologies that are now available to us in 2022, 2023, that weren't available to us when the Classic was formulated in 2011, 2012. And so we've got time release properties. We've got different metrics to delay the absorption, which increases, delay the breakdown, delay the absorption, which then increases the bioavailability, the uptake of the nutrition to the blood and to the body. And so there's a lot of technology built into this new Elite 3-step. There's a ton of technology differentials in DFT alone. Then you've got the shake, then you've got the capsules. And so it is truly a different product altogether. I don't want to say it's superior. It's just different. Is it better? It's just different. Is it better? It's just different, right? It's just different. Those of you that are not necessarily interested in the most maximized weight loss potential, you know, Classic could be fine for you. And Classic may be fine for you. But for those that are specifically trying to get the best out of their metabolism, get the best out of their body from a metabolic perspective, to take their body to another level, from weight loss, weight management, goals, agendas, things of that nature, Elite is definitely where you want to start. Before I go into the shopping cart going live tonight and Elite being live and available, I want to give you some very, very important tips that you're going to want to remember while you're on your Elite experience, and most importantly, while you're training and teaching those on your team and those that are going to be coming customers and coming on your team this year about the Elite experience. And so first off, Elite by nature, not by default, but by nature, has somewhat of a detox proprietary element to it. Okay, so we really focused on the gut health and the gut in general, the digestive state, which is critical when somebody is needing and wanting to, quote, lose weight or focus on weight management or see any type of inch reduction, right? If your digestive system in your gut is not operating properly, you're going to lose an uphill battle very quickly. So there is a detox effect that is felt and seen through Elite by nature. Some of you will see that more than others. Some of you may not notice that. And like Q was talking about, what she was talking about, some of her not so great feelings on her first couple days where it was throwing her off, she was going through somewhat of a little bit of a detox, is my best guess on that. And we saw that in kind of the beta stage. We saw that with a lot of our testers. And by nature of some of the ingredients that are in there, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to essentially dilate and get rid of, for lack of better words, various toxins in your gut, various toxins that would be hindering your digestive system. And so some of you are going to feel kind of that detox stage in your first few days to even your first week to 10 days potentially. So don't get me wrong, it's not always peaches and roses right out of the gate for everybody on Elite. Like what you heard today on the most part was, oh my gosh, it's amazing, it's this and that. There's going to be some people out there, and I just want to be completely upfront with you. Their first couple of days, they may see some great things, but they may not feel fantastic. And it's just because they're going through somewhat of a detox period. That said, all of that said, how do you combat that? How do you help that? Because it is a healthy detox that's going on. You need to stay super hydrated. Super hydrated. What does super hydrated mean? Super hydrated means that I would like you to, if you could, I would like you to get close to 80% of your body weight to 1 ounce of water. Okay. So if you weigh 150 pounds, times that by 80%, that is the ounce of water that I would prefer you to drink on a daily basis. I know that doesn't always happen. I know that makes you go to the bathroom a lot. I know you're constantly peeing. I know this, I know that. But take your weight, divide it by 80, right? Get 80% of your weight. That is the per ounce a day that I would prefer you drink, okay? If you go over that, great. If you fall short of that some days, great. But if 80% of your body weight is 130 or 120, you need to try to consume 120 ounces of water each and every day. The other thing that you need to be very, very mindful of during this period of your first 2 weeks to 4 weeks on Elite and this kind of detox period, if you will, is you need to make sure you're on our probiotics product called Biotic or our product called Balance. You need to be on one of the two, even if it's not something that is in your normal routine of Thrive products. You need as much healthy bacteria as you can and this water to continue to flush out impurities, flush out anything that's going to hinder your gut, hinder your digestive system, which will then hinder your metabolism. Okay, you are not going to reach a state of thermogenesis if your gut is sluggish, hindered, and harmed. It's not going to happen. So we've got to fuel and support the most important element to this process, and that is your gut and your digestive system. You also want to make sure that you're eating smaller, more frequent meals than you normally do. So those of you that, you know, say you eat 3 meals a day or you eat 2 meals, right? You've got your shake in the morning and then you don't eat again until lunch and then you don't eat again until dinner, and that's just kind of your routine. Try to change it up a little bit. Try to have smaller meals that are more frequent. So say you have your 3 steps in the morning, obviously that includes your shake, and let's say that you don't typically eat again until lunch. Well, try to get a lean, healthy snack in between. If it's banana, if it's a yogurt, and then have a lighter meal at lunch than what you typically would consume, then have another lighter meal between lunch and or snack, lighter something between lunch and dinner, and then have a smaller portion size than what you normally do at dinner. And then, you know what, so be it. If you're sitting there, you ate dinner at 6:30 and it's 8:30 and you're eating yogurt again, great. Fantastic, because these things are going to also throw more coal to the fire to getting your metabolic scenario and fluids going, right? This temperature, we're trying to get this temperature to rise in your body, which is going to be burning fat. That's what it's doing. So eat smaller, more frequent meals. If you notice yourself becoming hungry, that is fantastic, right? What does a fire do more of? It burns, right? What does a larger fire do? It burns more wood, right? And so the hungrier you are getting is actually a very good sign. We do have a very strong, if you will, strong proprietary element to Elite, which is going to help curb your appetite. I kind of hate the word suppress. I really don't like that word. We're not trying to suppress your appetite. We are trying to curb your appetite. But at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, you're going to have a little self-control, right? There's not a product on earth that someone can just completely get you to stop eating larger amounts and reduce those amounts. And then at the end of the day, there's not a product for someone to slap your hand when you're going for the chocolate pie and all that kind of good stuff that we just got out of for the holidays. So you've got to have some self-control. And in the first, call it couple of weeks, like I've never said this in 10 years. I've never been a diet Nazi, diet. I've never harped on any call or on any training. I've never harped on any of you guys about diet. I've never been a diet Nazi, and I'm not going to be one now, but I am going to ask, please, in your first couple of weeks, tighten it up. Does that mean you can't have bacon? No, eat all the bacon you want. What I do want you to do is I do want you to watch your carbs and your sugars. That's all I'm asking. Does that mean you can't eat carbs? Does that mean that carbs are bad? No, I'm not saying that. I am saying that 200 grams a day of carbs is bad. And I don't care what anybody tells you. You've got these wannabe nutritional gurus out there right now telling everybody they can eat carbs and still lose weight. Yeah, if you have the right moderation going on. Moderation is the key to anything in life. So tell me, Mr. Mrs. Guru, how any of us are supposed to lose weight if we're eating 200 grams a day of carbohydrates, all right? You can't. And we're eating 100 grams of sugar. You can't. So do what you can to watch your carbs and watch your sugars, and try to tighten your portions up on your meals and eat more of them instead of longer gaps between meals and then a big meal, right? Because what we're doing, we're detoxing the gut, we're detoxing the digestive system, we're staying super hydrated, we're making sure we're pumping our probiotics with our biotic product or our balanced product, we're eating smaller frequent meals. This is actually allowing your gut to heal. This is actually allowing your gut to repair itself versus the stereotypical routine you're in where you don't eat for 6 hours and then you pump it full of food, right? And it's got to digest and work and process very hard. And just, you're changing it up and you're actually giving it a chance to run in a more efficient manner. All of this stuff is very, very good. Something that I need you to remember, Elite, what is the biggest difference from that of Classic? I'm going to tell you right here, and you're not going to like what I'm going to say. You may like it, I don't know. Other than formula and technology, Elite is more of a long-term product. It's not a microwave solution. It's not a fix. It's not a quick fix. It's not a Band-Aid. You know, what we have all fallen in love with Classic is just, it's instant gratification. It's now you take your capsules 20 minutes later, you're rocking and rolling, you take that shake mix, you're on another level, you pop that DFT on, here we go. I mean, it's now, baby, let's go. And while there are some elements to Elite that are instant gratification, while you're going to notice this time released aspect with these capsules and with the shake and with the DFT, Rome was not built in a day. I need 4 to 8 weeks of somebody being on Elite before they can tell me how effective the product was from an inches perspective, from a weight management perspective, okay? And I want you to remember, for those of you that are veteran promoters, when we first came out with the experience, the Thrive experience, it was called the Thrive 8-week experience. And because that's when I knew if I tied in the 8-week on the marketing, it already told people how long they should try it for, right? I should try it for 8 weeks, right? And we need to get back to that. If somebody's going to get on Elite, get them to commit for 2 months. Say, look, you can't, it took you 2 years to put this weight on. It maybe took you longer than that. You're not going to lose all this weight. You're not going to get everything you're wanting in 2 weeks, right? So this is more of a long-term commitment. This is a relationship. You're getting in a relationship with Elite, and we need 4 to 8 weeks for it to really set in and get your body on new habitual pathways, right? And now we can begin. So we accomplished this in 8 weeks. We're going to rock and roll in the next 6 months and the next 8 months, right? And so set people up with the right expectations, right? And people only know what you tell them, so give them the right expectations. I want you to focus over, hear me loud and clear on this one, Thrivers. I want you to focus on inches over pounds, right? I know. We want to jump on that scale every day. I get it. I do too. We all want to see the scale drop. Focus on inches over pounds. What I want you to do is I want you to put on a pair of jeans day one that you love, that are just uncomfortable to you in the gut section, or they're uncomfortable to you in the thighs or the butt, or you love the way you look in them when you look how you want in them, right? Put on the bathing suit, put on the bikini, put on the yoga pants. You do something that signals to you here's how I feel and look in this right now, and then do it again in 2 weeks. Do it every 2 week mark. Do it as much as you want, but document it every 2 weeks, right? Let this product get into the system. Let it do what it's trying to do, what it's formulated to do, and you give it the environment to operate in. Okay? This product cannot do what it's intended to do if you're waking up every morning and eating canned cinnamon rolls with your capsules and your shake. Like, let's be honest, okay? You can't be going to bed crushing a bag of Cheetos and trying to get up the next morning and looking at the scale and saying, I didn't lose any weight. Yeah, the bag of Cheetos you ate, that lost weight. Why don't you put that on the scale? Because that's where the weight went, right? So we've got to be very mindful, and we've got to give the right environment, guys. Look, results come to those who chase it, right? Results come to those who chase it. If you really want to lose weight, if you really want to feel good in these clothes or look this certain way, if you really want that, you're going to do some additional things needed other than just taking the Thrive Elite experience. And I'm being very black and white honest with you guys. I'm just being honest. I could give you a sales pitch and tell everybody what they want to hear, but I don't want to do that, because I want to see in the next 90 days, I want to see what I know we're going to see. And we're going to see an outright internet social media explosion, a grassroots movement of all these new people, new thrivers, falling in love with Thrive, the elite experience, falling in love with the nutritional benefits rendered from this system, along with the weight management and inches lost that is a complement to the nutritional proprietaries properties of this formula in this system. And we're not, we're kind of forgetting that for a second. We're so hyped up on the weight management side of the fence, and we're hello, remember, this has a tremendous amount of nutritional properties as well. So what weight loss product out there helps fill in your nutritional gaps while helping you lose weight at the same time? They're usually very damaging to the body, right? When you look at the bulk of weight loss products sold out there in the marketplace. And so inches over pounds. Last thing, and we're going to go into the launch of Elite tonight. Last thing, listen to this one. You ready for this one? You've probably never heard me talk about this. I know that we all want to put our DFT in cool, fun places, right? Our hand, our arm, anywhere that people can see it, because that's the point of it, right? If you're out running around town, if you're picking up kids from school, if you're going to sporting events, if you're at church, the whole point is you want people to see it. So they ask, what is that? And you're like, I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you. But right now we're in winter season. You're wearing long sleeves. You're covering your body up more. And with that said, if you're not going out, if you're not in a marketing type environment where somebody can see your DFT, what I would like you to do is put your Elite DFT in a large blood flow area of your body. What does large blood flow mean? That means if you were going to go to the doctor and the doctor needed to give you a shot, the doctor is going to inject you in a large blood flow, large muscly portion of your body. They're going to do it in your butt. They're going to do it in your hip. They're going to do it like maybe on your upper thigh. That's your quad muscle. Now, for you guys that have hair there, it's not going to stick. For you ladies, it should stick, but you get the point, right? Your shoulder is another one. It's not quite as big, but your thigh and really your butt, your booty, your hip, whatever you want to call it. If you can get this because of the size of Elite, and because it is we have never created a DFT with this much horsepower ever. And this has our latest and greatest permeation technology, DFT 3.0. In 10 years, we've had 3 variations of the permeation element. That is how it actually delivers and gets through the skin. This is the 3rd one, and it delivers like speed of light, most horsepower we've ever had. I mean, it's trying to shoot it through there as fast as it can. And the only way it can is if it's actually got the blood flow to pick it up. So if you put it on a large blood flow surface area, you're going to be picking up large amounts of the product in the formula very, very quickly. So notate that one. That said, if you're going out for the day and you just know absolutely, that you want your Elite to be seen, no problem. Put it on your hand, put it wherever. But I think you know what I'm talking about there. Okay, let's talk about the launch of Elite. So Elite is going live tonight, I think, as soon as this is over, if I have it correct. And customers and promoters are going to be able to purchase Elite in a couple different ways. I want to go over those very quickly. So what is the main thing that you need to notate tonight? Here's the main thing. Please listen to this. So because we're still trying to mass produce, we're still trying to get the appropriate amounts of inventory into the warehouse from the lab, and we don't want to go on back order, and we're trying to prevent that. That's not going to happen. We are not selling individually, Elite individually yet, okay? We're only selling it as a system, as the 3-step system. And so you're going to see Elite SKUs in the shopping cart for customers to be able to put on auto ship just as they can the Classic. You can put Elite on auto ship. You can buy it today. And then for promoters, Elite is available in the upgrade packages starting tonight with a promotion that I'm going to talk about in just a second. So real quick, customers and promoters can both purchase Elite as the 3-step system through the auto ship process. So if you're a promoter and you want to buy it tonight, you can log into the auto ship section, create an auto ship, set up an auto ship. If you're a customer, you just hop on the shopping cart, you go into the Elite section, you load it in your cart just like you normally do, right? You can set it up on auto ship, you can buy it today, not set it up on auto ship. You'll see all that. For those of you that have been waiting on Elite for auto ship and for Ultimate Thriver, things of that nature, when everything goes live tonight, you can actually go in tonight and set up the auto ship for the 10th tomorrow, and it will process tomorrow. So for those of you that are interested in doing that and you're trying to get an auto ship triggered for tomorrow, you can do that. Let me talk about the promotion that's going to go live for the rest of the month of January, okay? So tonight you're going to see, for promoters, you're going to see that if you're buying a upgrade package, a promoter upgrade package, a starter promoter VIP, you're going to see that you can buy either a Classic upgrade package or an Elite upgrade package. For the month of January, we are not charging any additional amount for Elite upgrade orders, okay? So if you're purchasing, let me say that again so everybody gets it. If you're purchasing an upgrade package, so let's say you have a promoter ready to go and a promoter is wanting to get an upgrade package, they can buy an Elite upgrade package, and we're not charging any additional amount for the Elite product. So they're getting it at the Classic price in the upgrade package. So that's the first element of the promotion. So a big value add right there, right? You're getting Elite product at the price of Classic price. The second part of the promotion is that we're doing double QV on all promoter upgrade orders, for the entire rest of the month. And so for those of you that are really trying to kick the year off strong, you're really trying to hit rank, you're really trying to hit 4K, you're trying to hit 12K, you're trying to hit the car bonus, whatever you're trying to qualify for Miami, whatever you're trying to do, we want to help you hit that goal. And it's all month long, starting tonight, with promoter upgrade packages. They're going to have double QV. So you do the math. If you're trying to get to 12K, you could get there with half of the work if you're doing it with upgrade orders, right? And so one of the biggest goals we have of this year, and you're going to see a leadership kind of State of the Union leadership update call next week. This week is the launch of Elite, but going into next week, you're going to see a leadership call go live, and we're going to talk about some of our goals and what we're doing, additional things for 2023. One of them is we want 2023 to be one of the biggest years for the car bonus, right? And people qualifying for their Lavelle car payment. And it's such, I know this is an Elite call and I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but if you really think about our comp plan and you look at the stepping stones and somebody getting started in their business, you've got the VIP bonus structure that really gets them the initial money in their pocket to really build the excitement, really build the validation that this is going to work for them. And then it's, to 4K, and then it's really to 12K. And that 12K is just such a milestone, in my opinion, because not everybody wants to be a gazillionaire, and that's fine. We want everybody to be whatever they want to be. But 12K is a mark in our plan where you're generating some residual income. It's worth mentioning. It's exciting. You've got a team underneath you that's making headway. You've qualified for the car plan. Like, it's just such a place to hang your hat on, regardless if you want to zoom off to 200K or not. But it's just such kind of like a monumental spot. And so our goal is to get everybody as quickly as we can in 2023 car qualified. And so one of the things that we're testing is this double QV and upgrade packages. And not only is it a promotion for the month of January, but it's also us testing kind of the metrics on it. Is this a mainstay? Do we always keep double QV on the upgrade packages? We'll see. The data will speak for itself. And but just to come full circle here and to recap the launch details for Elite, customers can now buy Elite in the customer shopping cart. You can set up auto ships. You can set up an auto ship tonight for the 10th. Even if you wanted to, the 10th is tomorrow. It would process in the morning. It would count towards your Ultimate Thriver, Miami qualifications, all that stuff. And then promoters can build Elite auto ships as well. And then we have Elite upgrade orders now, promoter upgrade orders, promoter package upgrade orders. Sorry, trying to think about too many things at once. Going live at the same time, and the promotion is going for the entirety of the month, starting tonight, where we are not charging any additional money on the amount of the Elite product versus that of the Classic. So a Classic promoter package is $400, and Elite promoter package is $400. We're not charging for the additional amount for the rest of the month. So we really want everybody to get started on Elite, get their year started the right way. And guys, we have a killer year lined up for you. And I mean, killer year. We were as busy as people could be the second half of 2022 preparing this year. And I won't go into all of it, but Elite is hot. Elite is the foundation. Elite is the basis to bring us all these new thrivers. But we have some game-changing technology-driven products that are getting us into markets and sectors that we are not currently participating in. And some of that has already been hinted to and dropped, but maybe a female balancing, I'll just say that, female balancing is a pretty well-known sector that is sought after. And we've got some really, really cool stuff. And so we're ready for 2023. We love it when a plan comes together, and we worked very hard to put the plan in place. The teams worked very hard to get us ready to kick this year off. We're ready. You guys are going to be seeing it. You're going to hear about it next week on some of this State of the Union leadership update calls. We've got a whole new game plan for events going live this year, events being locals, regionals, events being getaways. I mean, we're the DJ Lavelle is playing different songs this year. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. It is going to be different. And, we're going to do different things, and we're going to get a different result this year. And so I'm excited as I ever have to be a Thriver. I love what I do, and I love who I do it with. So let's go tear it up with Elite. Remember, you cannot order Elite products just yet individually. They're only sold as the 3-step system. We have a lot of demand out there, and we got to keep manufacturing in very large amounts so that we don't go on back order and not be able to fulfill auto ships and things of that nature. So we've got a little work to do. Don't know when we're going to be selling individually just yet. I don't know if it's the end of this month. I don't have the answer for you, but the second we do know, we'll get that out there. But anyways, Elite, we're launching a light tonight. Let's go get them. Let's remember what we talked about tonight, our tips. It is a detox type product out of the gate. You need to stay super hydrated. You need to make sure you're pumping your probiotics, biotic, and balanced at the end of the night. You need to eat smaller, frequent meals. You need to stay tight on your diet. Watch your carbs, watch your sugar. This is a long-term product. Set people up for success by giving them clear expectations of this product. It's not an instant gratification. You just don't lose 100 pounds just because you took 3 products in 3 days. Getting hungry is a good thing. That means your metabolism is spiking. Use self-control when selecting foods to eat. Stay mindful on yourself over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Stay tight on your game plan. Inches over pounds, stay off the scale, look at inches, and apply DFT when you can to large blood flow areas, your booty, your hip, your thigh, your things of that nature. So let's go break records yet again. Let's have a bang up year this year. Thrive Elite. It feels good to be in 2023 to me. I know it does to you. So have a good night. God bless. We'll see you in the field, and we'll see you next week for the State of the Union leadership update call. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
The Thrive Experience by Lavelle is arguably the most successful nutritional system in the history of supplementation. Fastest company to $1 billion in sales and direct selling. Approaching $3 billion in sales. 30 patents and counting. 10 million customers worldwide. Hundreds of millions in free products shipped. Arguably more success stories and proven results with Thrive than any other system or product ever seen. No fads here, only documented results.
It was 6:35 and I'm like, what is going on?
For me, it was like an awakening. I felt alive.
I was a completely different person, living and enjoying life.
Mental clarity, like my brain was awake. Like I'm 39 years old. I don't even remember feeling this good in my 20s.
After all the success of the Thrive Experience, after all the results already seen, it's time to shift and disrupt the health and wellness industry all over again. Introducing the Thrive Elite Experience. Step 1, Elite Men's and Women's Capsules. Step 2, Elite Lifestyle Shake. Step 3, Elite DFT. Designed and formulated for maximum nutritional weight loss possibilities. Arguably the greatest nutritional system ever created. The Thrive Experience has gone elite.